Good day. I would like to show you around in the learning management system. So due to the coronavirus crisis that we are currently facing, we are getting a lot of inquiries from universities around the world to set up a learning management system. So we do have a certain expertise in setting up learning management systems and education sectors. What we have been doing in the last weeks is to set up learning management systems for a lot of universities based on a system called Moodle. To Moodle in general, it is an open source learning management system which is being used by large universities around the world. This is a very sophisticated system, and at the same time it is quite flexible, however requires customization, design changes, and adaptations respectively to each university as well as each country, and so that's where our expertise lies in. Um, Now, what we have been doing is we've been looking at the university structures and the possibilities the universities would like to offer to their students and their faculty. We have been configuring the Moodle system according to their needs. So I would like to explain to you today some examples of how a structure could look like, and how you can possibly set it up. So first of all, we are hosting the whole system in different countries, including we have together with Sinatel, or as part of Sinatel, data center in Erbil, where we are able to host this locally in for the Iraqi market. Um, and I want to take you through that quickly. So this is a template which has been set very recently for the Erbil Polytechnic University. Another important thing to mention is, of course, here that if required, the usage of right to left languages can be enabled, and the system is flexible to run Arabic or Kurdish. Though I'm not sure whether Kurdish language pack is yet translated, but that's something which could be done as well. So this is one way of, let's say, starting it. It starts with the login page where the content is not displayed to the viewer right from the beginning, but actually it is um, yeah, let's say behind a secure area. Whereas in another example that I'm showing you here, there is a public page where you can also display courses and programs even to the outside world. Whereas you can still restrict people to enroll there onto those courses. So. But you still are able to display the content to the outside world. This is especially if you are trying to attract externals towards your university and want to display the content to the outside world. It's something that you do, and in this case even courses, etc., where externals can enroll through online payments, etc. This is something that is another example. So I'll take you through both side by side, and to give you both examples. So let me just log into the admin panel for this setup here. So when I log into the admin panel, which means I do have access to various features which a normal student or maybe a lecturer or faculty would not have. And I can do pretty much a lot in that setup here. Now it is a fairly flexible system, which means the type of content um, you can design is quite comprehensive. On the first, you can set up your structure according to your university's needs. So, for example, if you want to have a term or maybe a course or a program rather, let's say business administration, um, or Bachelor of Arts, and then under that you may have years and or semesters. You can structure it according to your needs. So that's one way to do this, and the other way is a flat structure, which we have done here. So let me also log in here. where we have simply courses. So that's something that you could also do. So you have different perspectives into how you want to structure something. And here it is flat, which means you just have courses that you've designed. But here you could design a certain hierarchy where courses are linked. Of course, students can be signed up to subscribe to programs and or courses as well. And now each course eventually then has a certain level of content within that course. If I may go to the course section directly here, in this case, is to view different courses where I can show in different ways, maybe tiles, maybe listing, etc. Different courses. And let's have a look on how to design those courses. So I'm getting into one of the courses. So in this case, it's the BA in Arabic language. Mind you, this is just some demo data, not really actual content. So if I go into that course, I see there are 4 different tiles, which means there are 4 different subparts. And if I mouse over, you see there is some content. There says Scrum package 1. In this case, it says there's a quiz. There is another Vienna. This Vienna basically links to a kind of live class. Now, that is one special thing. So by default, Moodle does not have this capability. However, due to the development and packaging and customizations we have done, we have enabled live classes in this e-learning platform, which means you can take up live classes, and I will log in and show you how it also works. It works like very much like a Zoom or a WebEx, where you can actually have participant join in and then yeah, participate in that class as well. Let me also get into the next level. So if I select one of those chapters, I can further edit that, and I can insert content into that particular chapter. So of course, the name is in this case tile 1, but I could also say it is called basically chapter 1, or it could be done anything as per your desire. Mainly relates to the content structure. So I can, here is already some SCORM package. So I'll also explain to you what are the different options that we have. So we can of course put assignments, attendance, chat, different glossaries, forums, quiz. And here, this is basically the respective element activity if you want to start a live class. So that is the one that you can select here. So it is fully embedded in this one, but you can also share files, you can create folders, you can upload or host a book, pages, URLs, etc. So there are various possibilities that you can um, add as content here into this structure. So, and again, the structure can be multiple level, which means if you want to add categories under that, further levels of categories, etc., that's something which is possible according to your needs. Let me show you also this in a different design. So I could also I see that here as well. So it is the same system, but the look and feel is completely different here because it has been customized to match to a certain expectations by a certain customer. So here we have, of course, then the course structure where you have multiple courses, and you can get into one specific, let's say, certified training in this case. I go for the functional training in this case, so you can select one of those and then further drill into designing the content for that category, or design the content in that category. So again, you can create n levels of structures. And here you have that particular thing where you can view that, of course. Let me go back. And you can of course also see who are the enrolled users, or you can enroll the users manually, or you can of course request them to or push make them push for request to enroll, and you can approve it, and so forth. I can turn editing on, so then I am getting a certain structure which allows me to put in the content. And here also I can add activities or resources. So if I want to do so, I get the same kind of structure here. So that's another option that I have. Right. So then, of course, you have calendars, attendance, various content-wise modules that you can structure in this in this system. It is one of the largest and most comprehensive systems worldwide, adopted by really large universities around the world. So therefore, the capabilities and the plugins available are quite a lot. Let me just log out and log in as a student here in this case, to just also illustrate how the accessibility of a student could look like in this case. So I have the same page. I can have a faculty's perspective, but I can also have a perspective of a admin or a student. So let's say I want to get into this course that I've subscribed to in this case, and so it takes me to the course page. And then of course I have different tiles here. So those which have been designed, and in this case, I can select one of those. And let me go into this to illustrate the live learning session as well. So I could get into this one. And so it basically leads me to a workshop, and I can simply click on access, and it would open the embedded live class workshop room for me. So it asked me to share my camera and etc. So of course that's something that you can grant. And then when you're in, you can start, stop, mute, unmute, etc. And then of course you have share your screen, etc. So it is a fully embedded tool. Of course you can also work with things like Zoom or WebEx, but this one actually comes already with something which has these capabilities, where we've added those capabilities into the LMS. So of course is quite performant as well as scalable up to a large number of students, having concurrent sessions as well. So that's a little bit about what the capabilities of the LMS system are.